turned up in here? Getting it ready for Sunday, huh? Okay, happy Friday. Trey McBride has cleared. He'll be good to go. KT had a really good day yesterday. He'll practice today. We'll wait on him the next couple days. Sure you guys saw Matt Prater early in the week had a little bit of soreness, so we'll see how the next 2 days go for him, but he's doing pretty good. Other than that, I think pretty clean. Friday, normal Friday here, and Saturday travel and go play a game on Sunday.
With Prater, what do you need to see to know he's okay to go?
He'll tell me if he's good to go.
Is he just one of those guys because he's been around for so long?
Yeah, he knows his body better than anybody. Takes care of himself at a high level. Obviously, he's been doing it a long time, so not worried about that communication.
You noted the potential temperature. Do you guys have any kind of advantage with where you practice if it's a hotter day?
I learned this a long time ago. The advantage is to the team that thinks it's an advantage.
What is going on with Garrett Willie?
It's a good question, Darren. We're adapted to it. Go ahead.
What's going on with Garrett Willie?
A little soreness in the groin. Probably not that he missed 3 days of practice here.
You had said early on that you'll know the identity of this team about a quarter way through this season. Kind of there. What do you see from that at this point?
Well, we got to play better football to win more games. That's not our identity. I think we've shown on all three phases that we can dominate a football game, and we've shown all three phases that we can get dominated. So consistency of doing the right thing all the time and playmaking and playing good, clean football needs to pick up.
Is that life in the NFL? Both things can happen, or is that just?
Yeah, it is. I think so.
I just have a lot of stars in the injury report. Whenever you're game planning, kind of going through the week, is that something you look at, or do you just try to focus on yourself? The Niners have a couple of big guys.
Yeah, you're aware of it. You know what I mean? Who you're playing against. You know what I mean? But you know, that's one thing that I never got too caught up in with the health of the other team, especially if it's unknown. Now it'd be different if a guy is out, right? And you know he's going to be out. So then you're not playing for him. But the questionable status, is this guy going to play? Is this guy not going to play? Like, that's an uncontrollable for us. So I'm more concerned about the controllables that we can control, like today and how we play and different things like that. Now, there's times where you go to a game with certain things, and then at the 90-minute mark, Mark tells me this guy isn't up or this guy isn't playing or whatever the case may be, and you might adjust a little bit. You know what I mean? Certain guys warrant that. But you got to control what you can control, and whoever they have out there playing, whoever we have out there playing are obviously capable NFL players, so we got to be on it.
Through practice and limited game reps with Rabbit, what good things have stood out to you from his play?
Yeah, just his elevation of his own game. You know what I mean? Just getting comfortable, the communicating part. You know, he didn't like to talk a ton when he was out there at first, and now he's spitting the calls out. You know what I mean? Which is huge from that position. The reliability of being in the right spot all the time, the details of his alignment, and, you know, when this guy does that, here's what I do with my body. When he does this, here's I change that. You know what I mean? So all those little details of that, I think PT does an excellent job with those guys. And he's really, his game is getting better. His game is getting better.
If Prater can't go, is that, you know his game so well and what he can provide for you, do you have to do extra work in terms of understanding what Chad might be able to give you? Or?
Yeah, when Chad got in the building, we talked to him, obviously. You know, Jeff won, obviously, and then Jeff kind of talks to me about it, and then I talked to him about it. You know, the not the cool thing, but we had him in a couple weeks ago. You know, as kind of our standard operating procedure of every chance we have to work out some guys, different positions, you know, to kind of keep a ready list, a short list, whatever you call it. That's critical, and he happened to work out for us, and then, you know, we pulled the trigger on him. So But yeah, it'll be a factor, a component of how we do things, on fourth down. You know what I mean?
The importance of slot, your defense, and Garrett potentially missing it, do you view it as maybe a committee, or do you have somebody in mind to step into the role?
We got somebody in mind. That's a good question, but we got multiple guys that can go in there, and with the different structures, different down and distances, different situations in the game, guys can go in and function at a high level there.
When it comes to Kyler's running, can you see a difference in how he trusts his knee and his legs from when he came back last year to where he is?
Well, I don't know what's going on in his brain as far as trust in his legs, but when he needs to make plays with his legs, he does it and uses them, and he looks explosive and fast to me.
Does it complicate roster decisions at all with Matt when he'll know how he feels, but knowing you have to do something with Chad by tomorrow?
Good point, Howard. No, because we kind of got the game plan for that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, when you sit down early in the week, you kind of have a game plan, and then there's here's 1A, here's 1B. All right, if this happens, we're going to 1. If this happens, we're going to 1B. You know what I mean? So it's kind of planned out. Monty does a great job with that. Jeff Rogers does a great job with that. So Rob Kissel, you know what I mean? Have you ever thought about this? You know what I mean? So it's a collective effort, kind of with the decision makers, so to speak, where we talk about that, hash all that stuff out, and then have a plan and move forward. So it can be on Tuesday, but right now it's not.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Happy Friday. Have a good one.